Well, here I am. I actually am live. Uh, don't know if you're able to hear me or not, but we're going to give it a go. Yeah, so here I am, Christmas Eve. And yes, I am, in fact, live in studio. And no, even though we got a thumbnail and we're up and running really quick, this was not pre planned. We've just got some client stuff to do that we got to get to. Mrs. Claus is aware, the kids are not stirring, and I've got some cookies and milk to put out and probably get to. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Anyways, I'm Matt Nelson with Peachtree Rose Marketing here on Christmas Eve, December 24th, year of our Lord 2025. And yes, I am at work at the office, not in my home, working on stuff for a client podcast. Um, Unexpectedly, I was here all day. I was doing some other things, gift wrapping things, checking it twice. And one thing was forgotten that made me naughty rather than nice. So here I be, just me doing the thing. Anyways, like I said, I don't even know if this is actually working or if I'm actually live. Hope you're out there doing your thing, and yeah, we're doing it as my business attorney Rick Escamilla would say, Rick Escamilla office. You're doing it, Peter. But yeah, all right. I'm not going to say whose podcast this is for, but it was a good one. And this particular episode deserves to be up and running in every platform. And we were supposed to get it on every platform today, and we did, except we didn't. So here we are doing that thing and taking care of it. Anyways, not sure if anybody's seeing this, but we're doing it anyways. What I'm doing right now is rephrasing some of the titles and descriptions for this particular episode of this client's podcast before we upload to Spotify, which is in fact a necessity for this episode. Let's see. All right. So just cooking up some titles and descriptions for this particular episode. Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah. And then doing that. It's uploading right now. Says it'll take 13 minutes. It's always good, by the way, when you're uploading something. One of the when you are uploading that's a good one. Luxury lies, salon culture, salon scams. What would you vote for? Luxury lies, salon culture, or salon scams? Hmm. Luxury lies. I don't know what you voted for. I didn't really put a vote or a poll, but we're gonna roll with it. That's pretty cool. All right. Spotify's gotten better. Those of you who know me know that I am, in fact, a YouTube snob when it comes to video podcasts, and that's just the way that I do it. Um, I love having all of the content in YouTube because it is, in my opinion, still the best packaging platform out there for video podcasts. And I know I'm joined by others like Omar El Takrori, the Department podcast, in having that opinion, obviously. But I'd say it's an opinion for a reason because it's just the best platform that you can house long form content on. It's owned by the largest search engine in the world, Google. If you don't happen to know, Google owns YouTube, and yeah, that's how we do it. Um, yeah, there's plenty of other reasons. Honestly, there's a lot of reasons to like YouTube as a packaging platform for your long form content, and aside from thumbnails, titles, descriptions, hashtags, tags, and the way that you can leverage the current version of YouTube to do that because you I mean you can basically capitalize on being able to A/B test up to three thumbnails, three titles, and versions of the above. And I'm gonna let the client update their season and episode number. I pretty much know it anyways, but I'll let them update that. Um, just kind of doing a favor for a client and friend here, because we should have gotten them this earlier in the day, but we didn't. So we are taking care of it. I will say I do like that Spotify allows you to have up to 200 characters in the title, though the description is a little bit more limiting than YouTube with 4,000 characters. Um, Arguably, though, is Spotify as good with search engine optimized content for discoverability? I would guess not. And I'm just going to say that is probably the logical side of me thinking and knowing again that Spotify is not owned by the largest search engine in the world like YouTube is. So they're probably just not in tune as much, you would think, uh, like Google's YouTube in terms of allowing for the best discoverability on platform. Um, yeah, so that's looking good. Again, we're just waiting on this upload. We're using, for those of you who want to see what we've got going on, we're using PRM, Nitro, and Titan here, the heavy hitters in our studio. So we've got two computers stacked on top of each other. They're actually Skytech gaming computers that we use for our video podcasting production. We don't do any gaming, obviously, at work here, but every day at work is fun. We love what we do in the editor's bay at Peachtree Rose Marketing. But we use them because realistically, they're just super fast when it comes to the load times in dealing with 4K video footage. So every day we've got multiple folks in our studio who are filming uh, you know compelling content and everything from real estate, business, politics, beauty, you name it. And with that, we've got right now up to five 4K camera angles using Sony Alpha 6400 cameras. And with that, while we're still rolling on SD cards, we're not live switching. We're doing most of what we do in post, even though we can do lives in the studio. With that, each camera angle, if you're talking about an hour-long podcast, it's really about 50 gigabytes or more of data per camera angle, plus your audio content. So realistically, when you're talking about all of the other content that goes into a video podcast, we're talking multiple versions of thumbnails, transcripts, SRT files, um, different project files for Adobe Premiere Pro, which is our preferred editing platform. All of that combined, we're looking at least 400 to 500 or more gigabytes of data per show. So weekly, it used to be 4 terabytes. I think we're up to about 6 terabytes of data that we go through a week due to client and internal shows. And if you're joining us, thanks again for tuning in. Merry Christmas. I know it's Christmas Eve. And for those of you who are still wondering, um, yes, Mrs. Claus is aware I'm at the office. She's waiting for me at the North Pole with some milk and cookies. Um, and we are, and by we, I just mean me in the hat and you guys on live. We are uploading some client content onto Spotify, which we didn't get a chance to do during the day. We're doing that on behalf of the client. And we are also, glad I reminded myself, take a look at Nitro and Titan here, and Jarvis, of course. And not to forget Wally, good old Wally. While we're doing that, the other reason that I'm here, and hopefully the elves at the house are not tuning into this, is because forgot this card uh, at the office, and you can't do that when Christmas is around the corner. That card is something that's going to be a nice bougie card from Santa Claus in the morning. So that is the primary reason I'm here. Otherwise, the client stuff could have waited. But since I'm here anyways, we want to make sure we took care of that. So that's what I'm doing. Just waiting for this to upload onto Spotify. We're nearly there. We've got our title, description, our thumbnail. Love that Spotify is taking some notes from YouTube on this. But yeah, this is all good stuff. Right now, we're just waiting for the final upload process for Spotify so we can publish this particular episode for the client. Since it's already out and live on YouTube, we're just going to go ahead and directly publish. And obviously, I'll let the client jump in afterwards and update anything they need to in terms of the title and description. We didn't copy and paste, of course. We made sure they are unique to the platform. Um, but yeah, this is what we got for tomorrow morning for the little elves. They obviously got some other presents on the way, but figured get one really cool pop out card. For those of you who can't see, zoom in a little bit. I thought this was kind of cool. I saw it. That's going to be tomorrow morning's opening Christmas card from Santa to the little elves at home. Um, but yeah, for those of you who are on, um, would love to know what is your favorite thing to do on Christmas Eve? I'm assuming it's not work, of course. Um, let's see. Yeah, this is 100% unplanned. For those of you who were wondering, 100% unplanned, but we always react like we have a plan, right? So again, just waiting for Spotify here to get with the program and do the thing. Right now, we've uploaded our full episode to the platform. We're just waiting for it to be done here. Next, so we can publish. But yeah, for those of you joining us, by us again, I mean myself in the hat. I'm Matt Nelson with Peachtree Rose Marketing here in San Antonio. I am doing a YouTube live just because I came to the studio amidst Christmas Eve to upload some client content to Spotify for a podcast that they did. So we can get that done. And again, here for the Christmas card that I had already picked up, so we can get that to the kids in the morning. I think it'll be pretty cool. Going to be from Santa, obviously, but I think they'll like it. It's one of those pop out Christmas cards that I thought was pretty bougie. And for the price, it wasn't bad. Um, and it's this house town looking thing. I think they'll like it. I don't know if your kids would like something like this, but if you've got kids, but it's quite the card for sure. And I think it will go over well with the little minions at home. But hey, for those of y'all who upload content to Spotify often, do you feel like the process is easier or harder than uploading video podcasting episodes to YouTube, particularly 4K content that's really high end produced content? Do you have difficulty uploading them to Spotify, or do you have difficulty uploading it to YouTube? Um, Either of which arguably a packaging platform. Me personally, I have my preference for YouTube, and I know that's just me, but I'm not a fan of the time it takes for Spotify to actually upload the stuff. It's not an upload and walk away kind of a platform. It feels like it's like at least with YouTube, I feel like the cool thing with YouTube is you can upload something, and yes, it does take time for it to upload and it takes time for it to process, but it's one of the platforms where you can like walk away with it. You can literally leave YouTube playing on another tab and have that, you know, uh, have it uploading and processing while you're gone, really. And yeah, this is so tempting. Uh, Simple Home Confections by Ariel Petro. Yes, um, would highly recommend in Bernie. Um, One of the many home bakers that we enjoy. Um, Publish. We did the thing. Man, just as I'm breaking out the laptop and shoving a cookie in my mouth that I don't need, Spotify finally gets with the program and has accepted our stuff. Episode published. We are good. On Christmas Eve. Cue the music. We're not that high speed yet, but we will be. The music in my mind is from Die Hard, the victorious Christmas music at the end, right? Cool. Folks, that's it. That's all we got tonight. Appreciate you. We're going to go home and call it a Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Happy Ho Ho. Happy Kwanzaa. Christmas. Hanukkah.